Hello everyone. Now I'm going to explain denticity. The word denticity is derived from the word dent, which means tooth. It basically tells you about the coordination bond formed by the ligand. Now, so basically what denticity tells, it tells you about, it's basically the count on total number of coordination bonds formed by the ligands in a metal complex. Okay, for example, like FeCN6. So in this complex, you are seeing it here. Each of the CN is forming one coordination bond with the ion. Okay, so we can say that this CN is monodentate or unidentate because it is forming only one coordination bond with the metal. Another case, let's see an example. PtCl2En. Here, this is our central metal atom and there are two ligands present. Okay. Now see in this example. En basically represent ethylene diamine. Structure is CH2, here NH2 and here NH2. The structure is very easy to remember. Ethane, you know that each of the carbon in ethane having 3 hydrogen. So one hydrogen if you remove with the NH2 group on both the sides, it is our ethylene diamine. Now, if you look at here, this NH2 of the ethylene group is forming 2 bonds with this. So this, you can say that at a time it is forming how many bonds? These nitrogen groups are having lone pair of electrons. It is forming 2 coordination bonds. Okay, and these chlorine atoms forming only one coordination bond. So we can say that this is monodentate and this is didentate. Why it is didentate? Because 2 nitrogens are there in the molecule and they are forming 2 coordination bonds. Similarly, if we are saying about the polydentate, let's see the structure of polydentate ligand, that is EDTA. EDTA. It's a polydentate ligand. Just I have discussed the ethylene diamine, right? CH2, CH2. Here it is having NH2 and NH2. So the 2 hydrogens, if you are replacing with acetate ion, CH2COO negative. Same way here and here. Like. So if you look at how many bonds, basically coordination bonds it is going to form, 4 oxygens are there and 2 nitrogens. So overall 6 coordination bond formed by this single molecule. Okay, so that means it is hexadentate, right? Now, another category is ambidentate ligands. Okay, unidentate ligands containing more than one coordinating atom known as ambidentate ligand. It means what? Now look at here. There are some molecules like NO2, CN, SCN. Okay. In these molecules, if you look at, the bond can be formed by either in NO2, it can be formed by nitrogen or with oxygen. Okay. So you can see in the same molecule, either nitrogen or oxygen can bind. So that's why it is calling it ambidentate ligand. So when it is binding with nitrogen, we are calling it as nitrito N. This capital N represents that the bond formed by the nitrogen. And when it is oxygen, we are calling it as nitrito O. Similarly, in case of CN, we are calling it as cyno. And when it is formed by the nitrogen, we are calling it as isocyano. And in case of SCN, we are calling it as thiocyanato. And when it is formed by the nitrogen, we are calling it as isothiocyanato. Okay, now look at the question. If you look at this question, what is meant by unidentate and didentate and ambidentate ligands? Give 2 examples for each. Now, I hope you are able to answer it. Unidentate means forming only one coordination compound. Okay, so what will be the answer here? Unidentate means ligand forming one coordination bond. Its examples are, they asked only 2 examples, so we can write as CN, we can write any halogen. Okay. Similarly, if they are asking didentate, in that you can give the example here, ligand forming 2 coordination bonds. Example, ethylenediamine. Okay, and another example is glycinate. Glycinate, I am just writing here abbreviation. The structure of glycinate is CH2, NO2, COO minus. So it is actually an enzyme. The third one is the ambidentate. So ambidentate, you know that when the unidentate ligand containing more than one coordinating atom. Atoms. Example, NO2, or we can say that ONO. Okay. Another is CN or NC, like that. I hope this topic got clear to you. Now let's move to the another topic, that is coordination number. Chelation. It is defined as the ring-like structure formed by chelating with didentate or polydentate ligands with central metal atom, known as chelation. It means what actually? Now look at one example here. In this example, we are taking platinum complex and there are two ligands. Okay. So it is homoleptic or heteroleptic? It is heteroleptic because it is having two different ligands. Now look at here. En represent ethylene diamine, CH2, CH2, here NH2 and NH2, right? And this nitrogen, two nitrogens, two coordination bonds it is going to form. So just look at the example here. This is the platinum, and here forming two coordination bonds with the unidentate ligand, that is chlorine, and didentate ligand, which is ethylene diamine. And if you look at here, how many bonds is in this ring? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's a 5-membered ring. Okay. So chelation provides the stability by forming a ring-like structure. Now, some important characteristics of chelates, and this molecule we are calling it as chelates. I am going to discuss about the characteristics. The first characteristic is chelates are more stable complexes than unidentate analogues. For example, let's take one question here. This is the question. Here you can see in this question, you have to provide which one is the most stable. So we know that H2O is a unidentate ligand, NH3 is again unidentate ligand, C2O4 is a didentate ligand, whereas Cl is again unidentate. So because it is going to form a ring-like structure. Now let me just explain this thing. This C2O4 structure will be like this. C double bond O, O minus, C double bond O, O minus. This is the structure of oxalate ion, and abbreviation we are writing like this, OX. Now you can see this here. Just one bond I am going to, with one ligand I am going to explain it. See here. For example, if you are putting here this oxygen, here C double bond O, here C double bond O, like this. So how many? It is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it is forming a 5-membered ring. So for another to represent, I'm just simply putting OX like that. OX is nothing but oxalate ion. Okay, so this is because a ring-like structure is always more stable than the monodentate ligand complexes. Okay, so the answer is the third one. Another characteristic. Greater the denticity of the ligand, more stable is the complex or chelate formed. It means what? Like if you are taking didentate, always remember one thing. In this point, what I mean to say is didentate usually form 5-membered ring, which is more stable, or 6-membered ring. 4-membered or 8-membered, 7-membered, they are very unstable due to steric hindrance. Thank you. Coordination number. It is defined as the number of ligand donor atoms to which the metal is directly bonded. It means what? Basically, like in this complex example, we will understand this part. Now you can see that this NH3 is unidentate, right? It's a unidentate ligand, and you can see here this is 4. It means what? It is forming 4 coordination bonds with the central metal atom. So this we are calling it as the coordination number. Now, so nickel is forming 4 coordination bonds with amine. Okay. Now, one more example, let's see. Like FeC2O4 whole thrice. Now we know that this is a coordination sphere and this is negatively charged. So it is basically what? This is anionic complex. Okay. This is our central metal atom. And now you are seeing it. This C2O4 is nothing but the oxalate ion. Its structure is like this. Okay. And now these 2 oxygen you are seeing it, right? With a negative charge. These 2 are nothing but the binding sites. So basically it is forming 2 coordination bonds. And when any ligand forms 2 coordination bonds, we are calling it as didentate. So this means what? If it is here 3 numbers, so 3 molecules, each molecule is forming 2 coordination bonds, so it is equal to 6. So what is the coordination number here? It is 6. Okay. So if there is a unidentate ligand, so whatever be the number present here, that we are calling it as its coordination number. Okay, but in case of didentate or polydentate ligands, we have to see whether it is in what is its denticity. One more example we will see, like CO, ethylene diamine, En whole thrice. Okay, and it is 3 plus. That means this coordination sphere is positive. So we are calling it as cationic complex. This is our central metal atom, and this ligand En represent to the ethylene diamine, and it is didentate. That means 2 coordination bonds. So 2 into 3, it is 6. So the coordination number for this complex is 6. I hope you understood this thing. Now the next topic is oxidation number. Basically, oxidation number, or we are calling it as oxidation state. So basically the charge on central metal atom formed by homoleptic and heteroleptic complexes. Homoleptic complexes are basically the coordination compounds having same type of ligands. For example, FeCN6 minus 4. Another example, like NiCO4. Okay. Heteroleptic complexes. These are the coordination complexes or compounds having different type of ligands. For example, CO NH3 Cl2 plus. Now you can see here in this only same type of ligands, and here there are 2 different type of ligands. So that is the only difference. So usually a definition comes on that. Another topic is homonuclear and polynuclear complexes. See here, this nuclear word represent the central metal atom. Okay, so now you can understand which is having only one type, I should say, which is having only one central metal complex, we are calling it as homonuclear, and which is having more than one, we are calling it as polynuclear. So homonuclear example I am just going to discuss. One central metal atom in coordination sphere. Okay, example like NiCO4. Okay, polynuclear, mostly we will see the examples of homo only. Polynuclear is an exception. Complexes having more than one central metal atom. Okay, so this central metal atom, it can be same or different. Okay, now see the example, like NH3 4 CO NH NO2 CO NH3 4, like this. So this is, here you are seeing the same type of central metal atom. This is our central metal atom. So it is an example of polynuclear complex. And these ligands, these are ligands which we are calling it as bridged ligands. Okay, so bridged ligands, the ligands which are connecting two central metal atoms. Okay,